going.
Watch it on.
And so it's maybe make-believe, but it
What
could
does
be
that
true.
mean? Then it's your turn to take over.
And so Luke said I should start, and he's got some piece he wants to add. So I guess what I'll start out is that, that
Oh no.
there was probably a long time ago.
Dad,
Joe?
I'm in the dungeon.
Joe,
What?
you want to be part of the story, castle story?
No.
Thanks for being honest.
I'm in the dungeon.
Well, I was going to talk about the Zynga stuff
What's in
and about
the
the stick beater.
What's the beaver?
Well, a long, long time ago,
Oh, and it was, I know how that's me.
it was you. A
Yeah.
long time ago, there was a castle. And the castle was made hundreds and hundreds of years ago. And it was made out of stone and rock. And the castle stood very, very tall, so that the prince and the princess would stay up high, and so the bad people would not get the prince and the princess in the castle. And so if they did come, when the bad people came, they had in the castle a little boy, and his name was a stick beater. And so that little boy, being the stick beater, he was able to take the evil people and beat them away from the king and the queen and princess. And so the stick beater boy, his name was Joe. And he was very well known around the town
That's the stick.
as the stick beater boy. So, Luke, now it's your turn. Go ahead, Luke.
Now what happens?
Then I'm doing the old grandpa. He went to sleep at night. When he woke up, he was naked. And he went back to sleep the next night. And when he woke up, he was bald.
And then what? Did he go back to bed and wake up and fix the dishwasher?
Now then he woke up, he went to bed, and he woke up, and he had a huge spear that in his tongue as a cow. And then he went back to sleep, and he grew a huge mustache that had a rabbit living in it.
And what? A rabbit living in the
And in his beard, he had a big fat parrot.
Okay, who's
Joe, you ready? I think you're ready, Joe.
Joe, it's your turn.
Then what happened, Joe?
No.
Then what happened?
I would tell you to do the next part.
You gonna pass the buck to me, buddy? You gonna play the game still?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then we have a grandpa named Grandpa who's bald, but he has a mustache that has a rabbit living in it, right?
And a big fat parrot.
And a big fat ferret, and he's naked.
Ferret or parrot?
I'm a big fat parrot.
Living in
a
his
parrot.
Yeah, parrot, not a ferret.
like
Come on.
a pirate.
Get it right,
You got
Tanya.
a
A black
parrot,
Beard.
a parrot housing pirate that's naked, and his name is Grandpa.
Well, don't forget watching over the stick beater boy.
Right, watching over the stick beater boy.
Don't forget the stick beater boy. He'll beat you up if you mess up the story.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Oh, God.
I am the stick beater boy.
You are the stick beater boy.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the stick beater boy, he was watching over the castle one day, and to protect the grandpa named Grandpa and the princess and the king and the queen, he saw a big dinosaur like the one on Joe's shirt. And he beat the dinosaur out with his little bitty stick. And he killed the dinosaur with his little bitty stick, and he saved everybody in the castle. So there were no more dinosaurs.
But you forgot about that big fat parrot that was living in the beard. And the parrot took over the castle. And it wasn't just parrots, it was toucans and little sparrows and big cranes and all kinds of crazy exotic birds. What's the bird in Rio? What kind of bird is that in Rio? The blue
Macaw.
The blue macaw. The blue macaw flew from Rio to the Ireland castle, and they ruled over the kingdom for hundreds of years. And they just called themselves the House of the Big Fat Parrot.
Bad story.
Bad story. And then, Joe?
What?
And then what?
And then the stick beetle beat up all the animals that were living in the castle. And then,
They killed all the birds? Stick beater boy?
yeah,
There were feathers flying everywhere?
yeah.
Up and down the
That's
stairway?
where we get our pillows from.
But the stick beater boy fell asleep one night and he was not protecting the castle very well. And Grandpa, the old man named Grandpa, that's the grandpa, the old grandpa named Grandpa, he had his head laying on the outside of the castle one day and his beard was growing so long it was down to the ground. And all these birds were flying around, but what likes to get birds is them fox. There's a fox on the property and the fox climbed up Grandpa's beard all the way into the castle, and the fox got all the birds, and he ate them. He ate all the birds, and then now it's the fox's castle, because he's smart as a fox. And so then when the grandpa named Grandpa went up, there was this fox, and there were bird feathers everywhere.
How many times did the birds get killed in this story?
There were a lot of birds. So then,
And then
The castle's covered in bird now.
the stick beater boy finally grew up into a stick beater man.
Oh,
Just what we've been
and
waiting
then
for.
the
And
stick
then-
beater man started feeding all the sheep, and that's where all these rugs came from.
The end.
And we all lived comfortably ever after.
Oh,
And then the grandpa woke up and he catch the boys and put a million boys in the castle and when he came back from his trip, the castle was covered in boarding. We couldn't even walk through the door. When you opened the door, would you fly down his face and a couple went in his mouth.
so who was your favorite character in that story, Luke?
I think my favorite character is Grandpa.
My
Oh.
favorite character is the stick beater boy.
I like the rabbit and the mustache. The beard.
I like the bird from Rio.
I like the big fat board.
Yeah.
I like the fat parrot that lived on the captain's head, and one morning the board was on his head and hiding inside the captain's hat, and the captain didn't even notice that the board dude on his head.
Dude on his head. I knew it was going to end like that.
The end. Again.